We are going to demonstrate the four basic types of gun safety. Consider the firearm as always loaded.
Never let the muzzle point at anything you are not willing to destroy.
Always trigger finger out.
Be sure of your target and what's behind it.
Additional rules. Don't handle firearms when depressed or angry. Clear a firearm anything you touch one. Don't rely on your gun's safety. Be sure of your barrel is free of any obstruction before use. Always wear ear and eye protection. Know your firearm. You can safely use an unsafe gun.
Go.
Know what to do when your gun fails to fire.
Stance. The stance that is applies to the handgun is nothing more than the position of feet and body relative to the target. It sounds simple, but it's actually one of the most critical and also one of the most often overlooked aspects of pistol shooting. Gripping. Gripping is one of the most crucial in marksmanship as it would greatly affect the efficacy of the firearm when firing. Proper gripping. First, take the pistol in your dominant hand and squeeze all fingers tightly around the pistol grip. Ensure your trigger finger does not rest on the trigger until you are ready to shoot. Second, place your non-dominant hand over your dominant hand and squeeze with all of force for an automatic. The thumb of your non-dominant hand shall run along the frame of your pistol. Consistency and tension in gripping is very important because too loose of grip and the pistol will shift in the hand during firing. Too tight and two things happen. The hand will tremble and the trigger finger is partly immobilized. Proper gripping. First, take the pistol in your dominant hand and squeeze all fingers tightly around the pistol grip. Ensure your trigger finger does not rest on the trigger until you are ready to shoot. Second, place your non-dominant hand over your dominant hand and squeeze with all of force for an automatic. The thumb of your non-dominant hand shall run along the frame of your pistol. The grip should be such that the front and rear sight will stay in natural alignment without any extra effort to maintain the relationship. Without this feature, there will be tendency for the front sight to move over to one side of the rear sight notch or be moved above or below the horizontal surface of the rear sight. Sight alignment quickly regained after recoil without the need for correction speeds up recovery and improves time and rapid fire
Sa
control.
paghawak po ng barrel or gripping, kailangan po yung trigger finger nyo ay nakalabas at po yung support hand nyo po nandito po sa ganito po yung formation ng inyong kamay. Bali yung pull po ganito po.
Number 4. Breathing control. This is simply refers to the technique to stop breathing before firing a shot. This technique will help you in aiming by reducing the movement of your body and rifle in relation to the target. You should hold your breath no longer than about 8 to 10 seconds while aiming at the target. If you are not able to get your shot off within that time, stop, take a breath or two, and repeat the process.
Breathing control. Sa breathing control po, kapag po nakuha niyo na yung magandang picture niyo sa inyong target, i-breathe in niyo po, then focus on your target, then breathe out.
Sight alignment. The alignment of the eye, rear sight, and the front sight. Consistent and proper sight alignment is necessary for accurate aiming. When using open sight with the post or bead front sight, sight alignment is correct when the front sight is centered in the rear sight. Notch and the top edge of the front sight is even with the top of rear sight. With aperture or pip sight, sight alignment is correct when the front sight ring or top edge of the front sight post is centered in the rear sight aperture. When using a telescopic sight, proper sight alignment is achieved by positioning the eye to clearly see the entire field of view when looking through the scope.
Sa sign alignment po, dapat po ito pong nasa harap ng muzzle nyo, naka-align po siya sa likod nito.
Sight picture. The term sight picture describes the relationship between the eye, the aligned sights or scope, and the target. Sight picture will vary according to the type of sight and kind of target being used. A bead front sight should be aimed at the center of the target.
Sa sight picture. Sa sight picture po, dapat po yung mata nyo naka-align po siya sa sight alignment po ng inyong barrel. Para po siyang ganito.
The 6 o'clock post. The top edge of the front post is held at the bottom of the bull's eye called a 6 o'clock hold. The focal point. When you have obtained correct sight picture, the front sight should be clearly defined while the target and rear sight remain slightly out of focus. A scope reticle, usually crosshairs, is simply centered on the target and everything is brought into clear focus.
6 o'clock pose.
Trigger control. To fire a good shot, pull the trigger straight to the rear when your hold is best. Slowly squeeze the trigger while maintaining a good sight picture. Works much better than trying to quickly jerk the trigger to catch the instant when the sight picture looks just right. 2 rules in trigger control. 1. Pull the trigger while holding steady. 2. Pull the trigger straight to the rear smoothly and slowly without disturbing your hold. Remember to concentrate on hold control with your focus on the front sight.
Trigger control. Sa trigger control po, slowly pull the trigger habang kung nakafocus sa inyong target. 2 rules in trigger control.
Follow through. It is maintaining position, aim, breath, control hold control, and trigger control before and immediately after firing the shot.
So, this is waiver stand. So, kailangan mo siyang i-wide ng konti. Yan. Tapos, pag naka-wide siya ganyan, tapos i-bend. Para yung pressure ng barrel, hindi siya okay. So, next tayo, no? Yung sa paghawak ng barrel is pag ganyan. Waiver stance. Ganyan. Yan. So, this is how the position of waiver stance. Dapat, yung dito mo is mababa para yung pressure ng barrel at saka yung force niya, hindi siya maikot. Yan. Ganyan lang. Yun lang. This is isosceles. So, yung left feet mo is nakaharap, tapos diretso pa rin. Tapos yan. Tapos bend mo to para hindi siya masyadong maano. Tapos ganoon pa rin. Nakababa pa rin to para yung pressure ng barrel hindi siya umatras. So, ganyan pa rin yung paghawak ng barrel. Kasi yan. Next tayo is kneeling position. So, itong paa mo is bababa mo siyang ganyan. Tapos, doon pa rin sa isosceles position mo yun sa hand cam. Yan, ganyan pa rin. Tapos, itong left arm is dapat hindi siya nandito. Dapat nandito siya. Yan. Para yung force ng barrel is hindi siya malikot. Tapos, ganyan. Pag ready to fire ka na. So, this is sitting position. So, uupo ka. Yan. Tapos, yan. Dapat, ganun, nakaano ka pa rin sa ano mo, tapos nakatutok kang ganyan. Yan. Dapat yung likod mo is, dapat naka-curve. Ganyan. Para maganda ang pagkatira mo sa target. So, this is prone position. So, kailangan natin yung dumapa. Yan. Tapos, ganun pa rin yung paghawak ng barrel. Tapos, yan. Dapat talaga dito is talagang hindi siya straight. Yan. Pag ready to fire,